Part 1. The rescue that never comes. You have been waiting for years now, for a mentor, a miracle, a single moment where everything finally clicks into place. That moment is not coming, and it never was going to. As a child, you believed someone would eventually notice your pain and fix it for you. Parents, teachers, God, plain luck. You are still quietly checking the door for them today. Every night you scroll for a sign, a video, a quote, a stranger who finally understands you enough to carry your weight for a while. None of them ever will, no matter how long you scroll. You applied for rescue like it was a job posting. Sent your suffering out into the world, hoping someone qualified would hire themselves to save you. No offers ever came back. The world is not being cruel to you specifically. It simply never agreed to the deal you made quietly in your head, that struggle would eventually be rewarded with rescue. You keep confusing hope with an actual plan. Hope says someone is coming for you. A plan says you already know no one is, and you built the ladder yourself anyway, alone. Somewhere along the way you decided that admitting no one is coming meant giving up completely. It does not. It simply means you finally stopped lying to yourself about the odds. Look closely at the people you quietly envy. They did not get saved by anyone. They got tired of waiting and stood back up while still bleeding. That is the entire secret. This was never meant to be a sad story. This is the exact moment the story stops being about waiting and finally starts being about you showing up for yourself, today. So let this sink in slowly, all the way down. No one is coming. Not today, not this year, not ever. And that one single sentence is about to set you completely free. Part 2. Why waiting is killing you. Every single day you wait is a day you quietly outsource to a stranger who does not even know you exist. That is not patience. That is slow-motion self-destruction happening now. Waiting feels safe because it quietly postpones responsibility. If no one ever saves you, it was never technically your fault. That comfort is slowly ending your one and only life. You call it timing. Universe is not ready for me yet, you whisper. But the universe was never scheduled to arrive in the first place. You are simply stalling and calling it faith. Look honestly at your unfinished goals. Not one of them failed because help never came along. They failed because you kept waiting for a permission slip that never once existed. The people who needed you most, an old friend, your own future self, watched you keep the throne empty for a savior who never once sent a reply, not even a single word. Waiting is comfortable because it requires nothing from you except more time. Time you keep spending like it is infinite, when it is actually the only resource that is not. You keep telling yourself next month, next year, once things finally settle down. Things never settle. They simply become the new normal you keep waiting to escape from. Somewhere out there a version of you already stopped waiting completely. He is stronger, calmer, further ahead. The only difference between you two is one decision made sooner. This waiting has cost you more than you ever billed yourself for. Years, relationships, respect, all spent buying tickets to a rescue that was never actually scheduled to arrive. Stop checking the horizon every single day. No ship is arriving with your name written on it. The only movement happening today is whatever movement you decide to create yourself. Part 3. The day you stop blaming. Blame feels powerful because it explains away the pain without asking anything of you in return. But it is the most expensive lie you have ever quietly told yourself over years. Your father, your ex, your luck, your city, they all genuinely played a part in this. But none of them are writing today's chapter. Only your hand is currently on that pen. You have replayed the same story of what was done to you so many times that it slowly became your identity. Identities can always be rewritten. Yours starts again right now. Blaming your circumstances gives you a convenient reason to stay small and quietly call it wisdom. Deep down you already know real wisdom would have made you move, not stay still. The moment you stop blaming is not the moment life suddenly becomes fair to you. It is the moment you finally stop needing life to be fair before you are willing to start moving. Every excuse you have ever used was technically true, every single time. That was never the actual problem. The problem was believing true excuses were the same as valid reasons to quit. People around you will say your anger is justified, and it probably is. But justified anger held onto for years does not punish them at all. It slowly and quietly dismantles only you. You do not owe your past a single explanation for why you finally chose to move on. You owe your future everything you have left, starting today, with whatever effort remains. The day you finally stop blaming is a quiet one. No parade, no immediate relief. Just a colder, clearer version of you deciding, once and for all, that the excuses stop today. Nobody is coming to remove the blame from your hands for you either. You have to put it down yourself, one grudge, one excuse, one old story at a time, with your own two hands. Part 4. The weight becomes the weapon. The weight you have been carrying, the failures, the shame, the years quietly lost, was never actually meant to break you. It was always meant to be lifted until it became muscle. Every person you secretly admire is not lighter than you are. They simply stopped asking why they were carrying so much and started training with the weight instead, every day. Pain without any direction slowly becomes depression. Pain with direction becomes pure fuel. The weight itself has not changed. Only your grip on it has to change starting now. You keep asking why this happened to you specifically. Wrong question entirely. The real question is what this weight is going to build inside you if you keep lifting it daily. Soldiers are never made from easy, comfortable years. They are made from the exact weight you are resenting right now, the one you have not yet learned to turn into strength. Stop setting the weight down and picking it back up purely out of habit and confusion. Either carry it forward with real purpose or put it down forever. Indecision is the actual burden. The version of you that survives all of this is not the version who carefully avoided the weight. It is the version who finally stopped complaining and quietly started training instead. What broke you is now the only thing on earth qualified to build you back up. No comfortable, easy life could have ever manufactured the strength this specific weight is forging. You do not need someone else to lift this heavy thing for you. You need to stop believing the weight is punishment and start treating it like equipment built for training. The weapon was never going to come from somewhere outside of you. It was always this exact weight, patiently waiting for you to stop resenting it and pick a direction to swing it. Part 5. Building the one who saves you. If no one else is coming, someone still has to show up for the job. That someone has to be carefully built, brick by brick, out of the exact discipline you keep quietly avoiding. You do not actually need motivation to save yourself from this. You need systems instead. A person who wakes at the same time daily has already outsaved most dreamers by far. Every single rep, every page, every early morning you show up for is a small deposit into the account of the exact person who will eventually be the one to save you. Stop asking who you will eventually become someday. Start asking what today's actions are quietly building right now. That answer is being written whether you are watching or not. The savior you have been waiting for looks suspiciously like you, just 6 months from now. If you finally stop skipping the boring work that actually ends up saving people. Discipline is not a punishment handed down to you. It is the slow, patient construction of a version of you capable of rescuing himself from rooms no one else can ever enter. You do not need to feel completely ready before you start. Readiness is manufactured through repetition, not granted by sudden inspiration. Show up unready and become ready by doing it. Every single time you keep a promise to yourself, a small brick is quietly laid in the foundation of the one person who is always going to be the one who saves you. This was never about becoming completely fearless. It is about becoming someone who moves correctly even while afraid, because that specific person can finally be trusted fully. Somewhere just ahead, a stronger version of you is already waiting patiently, built entirely from decisions you have not made yet. Go make them now, starting with today, not tomorrow. Part 6. The best news you'll ever hear. Here is the truth quietly hiding inside all of the pain. No one is coming means no one else can ever take the credit either. Every single inch of this climb belongs only to you. If someone else could actually save you, your freedom would always depend on their mood, their schedule, their willingness to show up. Now it depends on absolutely nothing but you. This was never abandonment at all. This is the universe finally trusting you completely with your own life. No training wheels, no scheduled rescue, just raw human capability. The moment you fully accept that no one is coming, the waiting room in your mind quietly closes forever. There is nothing left to do now but build the life yourself today. You were never actually meant to be rescued by anyone. You were meant to become the kind of person rescue was never necessary for in the first place. That person is available now. Every single hero you have ever respected in real life did not sit around waiting for the cavalry to arrive. They became the cavalry, exhausted, unqualified, and moving anyway. This news feels heavy the very first time you hear it, and lighter every single day after, because dependency is always heavier than any amount of responsibility could ever be. You finally get to stop performing for a rescue that silently judges you. No one is watching for weakness anymore, because no one was ever actually coming to grade you at all. So stand back up, not because help finally arrived, but because you truly understood none was ever coming and decided your own 2 hands were always more than enough, alone. No one is coming to save you. That is not a tragedy at all. That is the exact moment you were finally handed the keys to a life that only you were ever going to be able to build.